Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and today we're having a great day. Today and yesterday, look at that. So I hope everyone's making money, up 2.5%. And right at market open, we are up like 4%, up $1,500. It went down a little bit, but we're still up overall. And in the last week, we're up 10%, almost $3,600. Last month, 5%. Last 3 months, we're up 21%. And the last year, we're up 85%. So you can see that we have the bounce back anytime a dip happens. Like I was saying before, if you've been following the channel for a little bit, we always see the bounce back. And we've been making some great money off options. So if you guys have been following the channel, XPEV, ARC, Fastly, we've been making money on all of those. Here's some comments. iClean looking good. We made some money on that one. I put all these stocks on my watch list. That one we went over ChargePoint in that video. So if you watched that video, you got in ChargePoint early and you're up about 30% on ChargePoint. Lots of other options that we're up on also, like this guy here said that he's part of the close friends list, Ethan. By the way, I'm up on BNGO, up on ARC and Lemonade. Bought all of these when you did. I'm liking the close friends. Thanks for helping me out with the XPEV contract. Sold it this morning, up 179%. $363. Let's go. Finally starting to make some money after being down in March, up $1,700 this week, 6% total. And the list just goes on and on. I could keep sharing these with you guys, but should I cash out, write it up a little bit longer? Up $218 and another $200 on the contract above that. I'm pumped, bro. Thank you for this ARC call. Sold. Didn't want to be greedy. Up $745. So if you guys need a little bit of extra help and you are a beginner, reach out to me on Instagram. I have a wait list right now for my close friends if you do want to get on it and need a little bit extra help. And keep in mind, we're not 100% option trading. We're not even 50%. I personally do a lot of swing trades and long-term trading. I think options are a great supplement to your portfolio. So I like to do options maybe 1 to 2 times per week. But if we're seeing a lot of green, sometimes I'll take out 3 options, 5 options in a week too. So it really just depends on the market, how the market is doing. But overall, the market does go up, and in the last year, it's been super bullish. So you do want to take advantage of that. And a lot of people are saying that April is historically one of the best trading days ever too. Now let's get into the main part of the video, and it's going to be AMD versus NVIDIA versus Intel. And we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive on each of them. We'll probably go a little bit quicker because I don't want to drag this video on too long, but we'll look at their balance sheet, their income statement, and their stats, fundamentals, do a little bit of technical analysis on each of them and see which one I like the best. And I'll even give them a letter grade for you guys because I know you did like that in the past when I've done that before. Okay, so the first one is AMD, up 3%, 5% in the week, down 5% in the month, down 12% in the last 3 months, and up 83% on the year. All right, so they're probably all going to be following the same chart, same graph here. Even the 5-year chart, 2,700% up. Now, what we'll see is the market cap is $100 billion for AMD. So if you're serious about this video, AMD, NVIDIA, and Intel, you might want to grab a pen and paper so you can kind of compare and write market cap $100 billion for AMD. PE ratio is 36 for AMD, which is actually pretty attractive. The average volume is pretty high, and the 52-week low is 41, which is about half of the 52-week high. NVIDIA is up 3% on the day, just like AMD, but in the week, it's up almost 10%. In the last month, it's flat. In the last 3 months, it's up 5%. And in the last year, it's up 115%. And the last 5 years, it's up 15%. So it's up a little bit more in the last year, but not as much in the last 5 years. But let's scroll down to the market cap. So what you'll see is it's a $341 billion market cap. Wow, look at that. So it's 3.5 times the size of AMD. So it's a way, way bigger company. The average volume is a lot lower, which means that it's not as popular and, there might not be as much hype around it. And the PE ratio is 74, which implies that it's actually not as good of a deal as AMD, and AMD has more room to grow than NVIDIA already because NVIDIA already has grown a lot. Now, what we'll also see is the 52-week high and 52-week low. The 52-week low is almost 3 times as much as the 52-week high. So it's very, very volatile stock compared to AMD. So far, just off the stats, I like AMD better than NVIDIA so far. But let's pull up Intel to see what they are looking like. So Intel is flat on the day, up 3% in the week, up 3% in the month, up 31% in the last 3 months, up 21% in the year, and 100% in the last 5 years. So not even close to as explosive growth as something like an AMD or an NVIDIA. This is more of like a swing trade because you can see it going up and down. So I probably wouldn't be buying Intel till at least like $50 a share minimum, right? So I actually already have some. I've been swing trading it for a while, made some money off, about 32% gains. I think we already sold like $800 of my position. The market cap is $264 billion, so it's bigger than AMD. But look at that, the PE ratio is only 12. Wow. The average volume is still 41 million, so it's still very popular. But what's attractive about this one is look at the 52-week low and 52-week high. It's not as volatile of a stock. So this is going to be more of like a safer investment. You probably won't see as much explosive growth as something like an AMD or an NVIDIA, but you know that the money's not going to be jumping off a cliff basically and going all the way down. You know, when you look at NVIDIA, the 52-week low was 3 times as much as the 52-week high. So that's a good way to see that there is implied volatility in NVIDIA. The good thing about Intel, it also has a 2% dividend yield on top of the gains. So this is a great dividend stock also. It's a great deal currently. But if it gets as low as 55 or 50, I definitely would not pass that up for Intel, especially for a long-term hold. This is also a good swing trade if you can kind of see the pattern here. It hits a hard support at $45 for the last 3 years. I've been talking about Intel a lot on the channel, and if you're a long-term subscriber, you probably remember me saying buying at 45, and we got about a 30% gain on Intel. But let's look at the balance sheets and income statements and kind of compare them even further and go a little bit deeper. Okay, so the first one we have pulled up is AMD, and if we look at their net income, you can kind of see that they were actually a negative company for 2016 and 2017, and then 2018 they turned a profit with a 130% increase in net income, but then in 2019 they took a little bit of a step back, down 6%. But look at that, in 2020 they actually had 657% increase in net income to $2.4 billion in net income, going from negative. Remember, they were at negative 1.1 billion in 2017. So that's a big increase over the course of 4 years. And if they continue to grow that net income for a long time, they can be a good company for long term. Now, if we look at total revenue, it looks like they've been growing almost double digits every single year. So in 2020, they actually grew 45% in total revenue, which is absolutely monster. Anything over like 10% growth in revenue, I like. 45% is absolutely huge. And they've been consistently growing 20%, 23%. 2019, they had that little step back. And if we go to income statement and we click into it, it'll load up and we'll see total revenue year over year. Just in Q4, they did 3.2 billion, right? So that's a year over year from last year. That's a 52% increase. So they're probably going to even do better. So remember that total revenue, they're growing by double digits. Net income, they growing a lot as well. If we pull up the balance sheet in 2016, 2017, and 2018, they didn't have the best balance sheet, but in 2019, they started actually turning it around. So right now in 2020, they have a great balance sheet, about a 34% assets to liabilities, and that's typically right where I want to see it. I would like to see it closer to 20%. You know, I want to see those liabilities really low and the assets extremely high. So overall, AMD is looking great. Let's just compare it to NVIDIA here. Now, NVIDIA looks a little bit more consistent. They've been a profitable company for the last 5 years on their net income, and they've been growing consistently every single year. In 2020, they had a little bit of a setback. down 25% in their net income. But in 2021, they actually grew 54% to 4.3 billion. Now, total revenue, same thing. They've been growing double digits, actually better than AMD. You'll actually see 37%, 40%, 20%, and then they had that misstep in 2020 and then 52%. Now, if we look at their assets to liabilities, they have a little bit worse than AMD. So overall, this is a pretty hard comparison. I think in previous years, maybe like 2019, NVIDIA would have probably been a better call, right? And they're about even. They're about neck and neck. For example, I would say AMD currently is probably a B plus and NVIDIA is like a B, right? So AMD is winning by a little bit, but not much. And that's just my opinion. I like AMD's balance sheet a little bit better. You can kind of see that NVIDIA has been growing their liabilities in the wrong direction. And their income statement, they already grew revenues to 16 billion. So I think that AMD can follow that same route as NVIDIA. And I also like that AMD has a smaller market cap than NVIDIA because that proves that it has more to grow. For AMD to get to the market cap that NVIDIA is at right now, it can grow 300% still. So keep that in mind. Now we have INTC Intel pulled up. Net income has been a little bit stagnant. So they're really not big on growth. Their total revenue has been stagnant. They haven't even been growing revenues by double digits or anything like that. They've had one double digit year, 2018. They grew by 12%. And their balance sheet looks pretty average too. So if you want more of like a safe company, Intel is definitely going to be the one for you if you have a lot of penny stocks or something like that, and this one gets down to like 50 or 55 Intel. You might want to get a little bit more of Intel because it's a safe, secure stock, but it's not going to be growing like AMD or NVIDIA are in a total different category of growth when compared to INTC. So INTC is probably like a B also, but the thing is, it really depends if you're a growth investor or if you're like you want more stability and long-term, definitely go with Intel. But overall, I think AMD is the winner and my favorite choice. This is like the first time we've done a comparison and we haven't had a clear-cut winner just because AMD and NVIDIA are so neck and neck. Their total revenue is pretty much growing the same. NVIDIA is growing a little bit more every single year. But remember, AMD has a better balance sheet. They have more net income that they can grow by. So if you're looking for a growth company and that's the main reason you're looking to invest, I think AMD is going to be the better one if you are just looking for growth. So with that being said, AMD is the winner. And if you guys want to learn for yourself how to actually do a deep dive into stocks, I have a training course that shows you how to look through balance sheets, how to look through income statements, what they all mean, what you should be looking for in a winning stock, what a PE ratio is, what earnings are, why all that stuff's important. We have full chapters on every single one of these topics. So if you want to get serious about the stock market, now is definitely the time. It's one of the easiest ways to build generational wealth is the real estate and the stock market. The stock market is a lot more accessible than real estate. You know, you can start the stock market with $100, $500, $1,000, $10,000. With real estate, if you want to start making money, you need a lot more than that too. So that's why I'm a big fan of the stock market. It's so accessible, especially for beginners. Basically, anyone can do it. And if you have a good mentor and a professional on your side that's been proven results with many other people and itself for the last few years, you are going to be on the winning track. So guys, smash a thumbs up on this video if you did enjoy it. Share with a friend if they're an AMD, NVIDIA, or Intel investor. I'm going to be doing a giveaway to the first 5 people who comment below what stock made them the most money this week and how much % gains they got this week also. So $5 to the first 5 people. Screenshot the comment. If you're watching this video right now, comment below on this video. screenshot it, and then send it to me on Instagram so I know that you comment. It's going to be the first 5 people are going to get the $5 on Venmo or Cash App. I have both of them, so just screenshot it, send it over. We're going to be doing more giveaways on this channel also, so make sure you watch the full videos so you can win some of those giveaways too. And I'll see you in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.